Hi everybody, just filling some tanks here on the tank wall. Just built this the other day if you guys were in here for some of the live. Got all the tanks set up and for the most part clean. Just got to scrub a couple more of them down a little better, and we're working on filling them up. So this one is pretty full, it's up to here, and filling that tank up. I got some tanks in the tub because it got laid outside, and honestly, grass just gets inside the tank, so grass gets inside and on the tank and everything. It's more difficult, so kind of got this going on. Just kind of cleaning up some of the calcium buildup you can see in here and stuff like that. And there's some algae spots and stuff that I'm just getting out of there from the previous owner of these tanks. And I'll just put you guys in there to watch. You guys don't need to watch me do that. So, put you guys back in here. Got some home improvements done. I've been working on a lot of stuff lately. Been working on this wall here. Make it look like the rest of the wall in the kitchen. Been getting quite a bit of stuff done. Got the ceiling all finished up for the most part. Kitchen's about done. Got a couple more slats to put in. I put these ones in. I got to do this one, that one back up against the wall there, this one here, and that one there, and then the ceiling's done. But it's just a lot of work. And then I'm gonna pallet face the front of these two with the burned pallet wood, just like this. So it's gonna look really nice in here when I'm done. Can't wait. But here's this wall here. Got the 10 gallons in here. Yeah, I know I got fish in here that are overly stocked. That's what happens. It's not hurting them. They're perfectly fine. If anything, all I'm doing is stunning their growth. They're fed well. I just had some rude comments on there telling me I was neglecting my fish and abusing them and not taking care of them, but it is what it is. I spend a lot of time taking care of these tanks. That's why the water is so clear. It's a little darker because of all the driftwood in the tanks. And yeah, it's just kind of a bunch of shit, honestly. It really pisses me off when, I get some people on here that comment and, oh, you're neglecting your fish. There shouldn't be that many in there and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, these belong in a 20 gallon. I'm aware of that. But are they hurting in here? No, there's a nice clean tank. Look how healthy my fish are. Like, that just really, really, really grind my gears, honestly. That bothered the shit out of me. Somebody had the audacity to write me paragraphs basically on my comments and tell me that I'm abusing fish and not taking care of my fish when all my fish are super freaking healthy and happy. I spent hundreds of dollars and thousands of dollars on this stuff. All this right here, yeah, there's too many plecos in here. These belong in a 20 gallon. Well, guess what? I'm cleaning 20 gallons up right in this room right here. Look at this. Boom. There's the proper tanks for these guys right here being filled up. It takes time to build things. So I really can't stand it when people have the audacity to talk shit. Like, I take really good care of my fish tanks. So look how clean this tank is. This is a big tank. This is a 220. I'd like to see that person in here. You know who you are if you come in here. I'd like to see you maintain this tank. They're trying to call me out, talking about salt water and stuff. It's both. It's a business and a hobby. I mean, I breed my plecos and I sell them. Like, these are all Snow Whites in here. These are very, very expensive plecos. It's just, but I breed them and I sell off what I need to buy food and tank supplies and bubblers and a whole bunch of stuff. I got fish that I've had for so long. If I neglected my fish and I didn't take care of them, they'd be dead already. It's just, I'm not trying to vent too hard, but it's just really rude. That person was really freaking rude. And to sit there and the time they took to type up everything they typed up was just honestly bogus shit. But, told me, oh, your local fish shop shouldn't buy anything off of you, blah, blah, blah. And things do die every once in a while. There's a dead one right here. They die. Everything's not going to make it. These tanks are too small, yeah, for these guys right here. Absolutely. They're going in a bigger tank, and honestly, these guys are going bye-bye. I don't want none of these fish. These tanks are not too small for breeding. To have this many bristle noses in here, yes, there's way too many in here. They're going in a 20 gallon, and to have about 30 of these at an inch and a half in a 20 gallon is not too small of a tank. To have 2 to 3 breeding bristle noses per tank is not too small of a tank. Once the fry hatch, they go into a bigger tank. That's the grow-up tanks. I mean, do you guys ever watch professional breeders? All right, Bob. Don't get me going, man. I'm already going. Please. I ain't trying to be rude. I do got them set up, man. They're all hooked up. They all got pleco caves. They're happy. Like, I feed them good every day. It's just, I don't know. The comment was from like 5 days ago. It might be 6 days ago now. You know, like honeycomb bristlenoses are hard to get to breed. Look at that. You have to have good water perimeters. Thank you, thank you. Thank you already. I appreciate it. But, you know, and I got a lot going on here. You know, this is all going on in here too. I'm gonna end up putting more in this room probably. But thank you, Diane Ray. I really appreciate that. What? XVA what? But yeah, I mean, you know, this takes time to set all this stuff up. I am clean. It does take a lot of work, Diane. It really does. You know, like it took me and my daughter. We built this tank stand. I mean, it took us hours just to build one stand alone. And then, you know, you buy used tanks from somebody, they don't just, you know, they don't come clean. Like, I got to take this, and this is what I'm working on right now. I'm cleaning all this stuff off of here. You know, like this is all calcium buildup and stuff like that. Like it's a lot of work. It really, really is. You know, and like I said, to build the stand, it takes time, money, and a lot of effort. You know, and I take a lot of pride in my fish. You know, I want to be one of the best, you know, versatile pleco breeders around here. You know, yeah, I got my main tank. You know, I got my shrimp tank. This is low on water right now, but I'm doing this intentionally. See, if the person would have asked me, you know, why does this look like this? Why does this look like this? It's because this tank, I want the water level to lower in it so I can fill it back up. It's kind of like doing a water change, but you don't really take water out and disrupt your shrimp. You know, they're really finicky. See, like I got some fish in here. This is 29 gallon. These guys are small. At worst, what's going to happen out of that is because they're in a smaller tank, they're not upset. They're not mad. They're not, you know, being neglected like I was told. It's just they're not going to grow as fast. You know, that's what happens is when you got fish in too small of a tank, they don't grow as fast. So it's just crazy. Like this tank's got a lot going on. This is a 220 gallon tank. I don't feel, is this tank a little overstocked? Yup, but I vacuumed the crap out of it. Look at, there's a section of the bottom right there. It's clean. There's not much crap in the bottom of this tank. Like, sorry to vent, you guys. It's just, Terry Motley. Got a 75 gallon with a big Oscar and a catfish and a needle nose. Nice. Nice. Diane, it does get expensive. You know, like the food and stuff is very, very expensive. And that's what I breed the bristle noses. Let me see if I can show you guys this. Like I got a batch of babies. Let me turn this air off real quick for a minute so you guys can hear me. There we go. I know. But like, look at this. There's fry in here. Look at all that fry at the top, you guys. There's like 150 babies in this tank right now. And that's why I'm setting up them 20 gallons. The whole top of this cave is loaded. Thank you, Diane. But you know, like that's money right there. Them, you know, I get about $3-4 a piece of those if I sell them to my local fish store. You know, if I sell them privately, I get about $5-6 a piece for them at an inch and a half. You know, that's cheap too. That's kind of undercutting everybody. So at that price, these guys right here, I got 20 of them. 20 of these guys in here. These are the honeycombs. You know, these are, you know, worth $10, $15, $20 a piece. You know, these snow whites right here, there's literally a couple grand in this tank right here worth snow whites. At this size, these are right here, these snow whites, these are about $25 to $30 a piece, and some stores sell them for $40 a piece at this. You know, so there's 40 of them in here. So $40, what's 40 times 25? Do some math. You know, they're very, very expensive, and you gotta be careful. You know, and I've been being real careful. But this tank right here, yeah, this is ridiculous. This tank, out of all my tanks I have, I'll tell you and admit, this one's the ridiculous one. But guess what? These fish are healthy. They're happy. I feed them. I vacuum the tank. You can see the glass in the back of the tank. You know, I got a parrot in here that's big. But these fish, I don't really want. I'm not neglecting them because I don't want them. I'm just they're just in a small tank. They're not beating each other up. They're not killing each other. You know, got green dragons in here. Is there babies in there? I've been hiding. They've been hanging out in here a lot. I'm waiting for the male to trap a female in here. Nope, not yet. But I mean, all my fish are healthy and happy. I just want to get that cleared up and out there. I don't, you know, neglect my fish. I got one other thing that's kind of being a little neglected right now, but also I got them on a trade, you know, and when sometimes you get things on a trade, you can't exactly set things up, snap of the fingers. You got to prep for it. But, you know, I do have a bucket of like 50 baby, tiny, small fry angelfish in here that I got on a trade. But guess what? There's a bubbler in there. This room is warm, so they're probably at about 75, 77 degrees. They're perfectly happy, healthy. They've been in here for probably about 4 or 5 days now or more. And guess what? They ain't gonna die in there like that. They're perfectly fine. You know, the tank they came out of was like probably a 55-gallon tank, and there was probably about 800 of them in there. There was a lot. But you know, this is what I'm working on right now, is setting up all these tanks in here. They're breathing real good, Terry. Absolutely. Do I have a favorite fish? Yes, I do. I will show you my favorite fish right now. This right here is an expensive fish. This is one of my more expensive ones. No, not a lot of pumps. I'll show you what I got going on with the pumps in a minute. This Vijafenestratus right here. He's one of my beautiful fish. Had him since he was tiny. He's about, I think he's pushing about 8, 9 inches now at this point. But that's one of my favorite fish. I do like my green tears, my Jack Dempsey, my big Oscar back there. He's about a foot. The guy back there, he's big. But, you know, got red dobbies. Got catfish up the butthole in here. You know, that's part of why the bottom of this tank stays so clean. Because of these guys right here, my pictuses. They get nipped at a little bit in this tank, but I mean, that happens in tanks. Can't keep everything satisfied and happy to the maximum extent. Anybody that has a lot of fish, they know that. I mean, this biter, I had him, he's about, let's see here, he was just at the edge of the tank. He was at the 63, 64 mark, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's like 8 inches right now, this guy is. He's getting big. You know, this guy is 9 years old in here. You know, you neglecting fish and stuff like that, you can't keep something. This guy is literally about 15 and a half inches. That biter down there is. He's a big guy. You know, this is one of my smaller ones right here. I mean, look at him. 67 mark, folded in half, kind of. You know, he's probably about 6, 7 inches. This guy is healthy as can be. Beautiful. Terry, no salt water. And thank you, I appreciate it. But you know, this is just something I've always wanted to do as a kid. You know, my ex got me into this, and I went a little overboard with it. I did. But you know, I feel I'm accommodating. But yeah, this tank's ridiculous too. I got these on the trade, the same with the angelfish, so that's why they're in here. But look, they're completely healthy, happy. Absolutely amazing looking. Look at the vibrant colors. You know they're happy when they got their full color like that. I want an octopus too. You know what I really want is a stingray. I really want a stingray. I mean, look at the colors of my super reds. These are all going in a 20 gallon. There's about 27 of them in here. You know? This guy is kind of getting beat up in here. He's got to come out quick. But, you know, I ain't got nowhere to put him right now. He's not going to get killed in there. But this fish right here is a terrorist. He literally, I put him in there with fish 4 times, 5 times his size, and he attacks crap out of them. So, you know, I got fire eels down here. This tank, I accidentally unplugged it, and I'm having a hard time reaching the plug. That was my bad on that. But you know, I have like 30 tanks set up right now, guys. You know, and I mean to have, you know, the bottom, you see bare bottom tanks. Look at, there's not much poop in the bottom of this tank. There's not much bio load in the bottom of this tank. All my angelfish are healthy, happy. They lay eggs in there. I know I shouldn't let, you know, one person get me so worked up, but just it was pretty insulting, honestly. It was very insulting feeling. But you know, here, look. Let me show you this. I set this up the other day because I felt bad. I had these in a 90 gallon. It was way too much. Look, I just set this up the other day. 125 gallon. Look how happy, look how healthy and happy these guys are. There's, believe it or not, there's 60 African cichlids in this tank, and they're pretty big. Like most of these fish are 5, 6, 7 inches. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. I went and looked at their profile. I started blowing up, and I was like, wait, let me go look. I went and looked at their YouTube profile. They got 2 subscribers, 0 videos, been on there for 4 years, blah blah blah. You know, it was crazy. You know, got big catfish in here that I've had for quite some time now. He's healthy, happy. This is one of my pretty tanks, you know. This is what I look at. This is my bedroom right here. This is what I look at when I go to bed. I watch TV and I sit here just like this on my bed, and I look at my beautiful fish before I go to bed. And I wake up and I look at my beautiful fish. You know, these are some of my prettier fish that I have. You know, so that's just kind of, you know, this tank right here. You know, I'm letting kind of go down with the water level, let it evaporate because I'm about to take all these guys out of here. The Oscar's about to go in the 220 out there, and this tank's getting broken down. I'm getting my bedroom somewhat back. It's very soothing. You know, I like the water effect sounds and all that stuff. You know, I got hello, Bug the Shark. How you doing? The noise isn't too bad. It's more of a soothing, relaxing kind of a noise canceling than an annoying noise. Like you can hear the water. It's like I got waterfalls in my house kind of type deal is how I have it set up. You can't hear my filters, can't hear my pumps. This pump's pretty quiet right here. This one's just sitting here on the floor right now. It's a mess. I gotta organize some stuff. I just set this tank up, so but I have one pump in here that does both of these tanks right here. Or wait, I lied. I didn't put a splitter on it yet. I have one back here. I got this one and that one. We just went over that, but I'll go back and show you again. I'll show you. Bug the shark. One of my favorite fish is this one right here. Had him since he was really tiny. He's real big. He's a big guy now. But that's a Vija fenistratus. Yeah, the Vija fenistratus.
Big forehead.
Big forehead. That's my favorite.
Actually, that's
bug shark.
Biggie. That's Biggie right there.
But yeah, I've had him since he was pretty tiny.
Do you still have the other one?
He was probably about 2 inches when I first got him.
Do you still have the other one?
Which one?
His brother.
I keep checking on this tank, you guys. Don't let me forget about the tank. I'm reading the comments, showing you guys around. So put my finger in there. They bite. They do bite. And honestly, I'm afraid to anymore because these guys right here, I noticed I was pointed out to the other day, they actually got some teeth in their mouth.
Yeah, they do.
I don't really stick my finger in this tank anymore just in case. But the Oscars, what happens is I'm not afraid. It doesn't hurt when they bite you. Thank you, Bug the Shark, for the sub. I appreciate you. When they bite you, it doesn't hurt. But if when they go to bite you, if they have their mouth not all the way open, when they go to nip your finger, they can push your cuticles up on your finger and make you bleed. That's happened to me a couple times, but I will stick my fingers in there. But I feel it's a little mean to stick my finger in there and kind of tease them because I think it's a little fish or something. They think they're about to get some food. So I try not to do that too much.
I stick my
Diane
finger
Ray,
at
thank
them.
you for the sub. I really appreciate it.
I pet them.
But I mean, these fish will you know, they grew up around me, so you know, I have a little pointer finger thing that I stick in there and poke them out of the way and stuff with, you know, and they'll fight back and be like, oh no, this ain't happening. They're used to it. You know?
Mosquito right there in front of you.
Mosquito?
Left.
Where? In front of my face?
No, like down. Left.
On
It's
me?
on now.
Okay. It's right here. I got his butt. Got a mosquito in here. I had the door open, bringing some of these tanks in.
That's his fault.
I am. Welcome everyone. Please like, share, subscribe, and activate the notification bell. Watch more enjoyable content. Thank you, I am. I appreciate that. That's what's up right there. That's what's up. I really appreciate that. But yeah, it's my favorite fish right now. Do I got any turtles? No turtles. No turtles.
I want a turtle.
Yep, my daughter wants a turtle. I might eventually get a little turtle thing in here somewhere for her. But she's got some tanks in her room too. I think the baby might be sleeping, but oh no, she's wide awake. It's late too. But I got a assassin snail tank in here that I let her kind of take care of.
She picks baskets and
Got
baskets of
tons of
round,
assassin
ripe
snails in here. You see all the striped shells.
And he's picking the apples.
Thank you, I am, for the sub.
What do you see in the tree?
3 or 4 subs already.
And there's a little kitty cat.
Everybody's hooking it up.
There's a
But
dog.
this is her glow tank. We just got her some more glow stuff to put in there to decorate it up a little more, make the fishies a little more comfortable.
I had
We
a
gotta add a
goldfish
little
when I was
water to
little.
this tank. It's been kind of hot lately, so the water's been evaporating a little quick. And she did have her lid off for a little while, so it makes it evaporate a little faster.
Applesauce.
But yeah, she's got some
She loves
very pretty
making
glowfish in here. We're gonna get a couple more throw in there.
pies with her apples.
And her bubbler's got some her bubble filter's got some nice bacteria on it, nice and healthy.
My bubbler.
Yep, she got the glow bubbler in there.
I had to convince him to buy me that.
Yeah, she had to convince me to buy it. Thank you, thank you. Oh, you had a big Taurus? That's cool. That is a lot of snails. I don't even know how many's in here anymore. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. There's even a couple up here in the corner.
Lots of
Where is,
customers come to Annie's stand.
But
She is
brother?
busy all day.
The smaller one that didn't grow yet.
oh, he died.
You did?
Yeah, I think that might have been part of why he wasn't growing. Something was wrong with him. Oh, there we go. So I just wanted to fill that tank up to that level. I need to swap a couple tanks around real quick. So let's put the water out of the way. And let's put a tank right here. That's over here. Oh wait, I thought I cleaned that one. Which one did I clean then? Did we clean this one down here, I think? This one's obviously not cleaned all the way yet. Yeah, tortoises, man, tortoises are crazy. What type was it? So we're gonna take this tank. I'm gonna set this tank right here, and we're gonna start filling this one up. Very excited about this wall. This is like one of the most legit walls that I've built so far, honestly.
She needs a diaper change.
She needs a diaper change. Alright, I need to plug this phone in too soon. We're at 10%. Corn snake? That's pretty cool. What exactly was a corn snake? I'm gonna have to look that up.
You don't know what a corn snake is?
No.
Aren't they like orange or yellow snakes?
Box, I think, about 10 inches. Nice. So I'm gonna put this in here and let it eat. There we go. So we're gonna start filling this tank up. Orange, yeah. Yeah, my daughter knows what it is. She's 11. She's pretty smart. Smart cookie.
I like cookies.
Yeah, me too. But that's what's going on here. Sometimes my videos might be a little boring for you guys that are subscribing, but I try. I just try to show, you know, what I'm doing, how I do it, and all that. Construction of this wall is pretty strong. This is definitely one of my better builds that I've done for tank stand wise. Let's see, about right there is good. I like that line there. It's about where I wanted it at.
Can't press that.
Yeah, I just gotta keep scrubbing some stuff down. This tank needs to be scrubbed, so let's take this back. I got impatient. I had to set it up and see what it looked like. 20 gallon long. That's 180 gallons of water on this wall. So it's pretty good feeling, pretty big accomplishment to me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9.
Oh, you kick it.
So I'm gonna grab this tank down. I think I already started putting a little bit of water in it, but down here the floor is a little uneven. See, I can stick my finger under here. So I need to cut some shims to set down there on the floor. The floor's not weak there. It's just it bows a little bit right there. So saw California king snakes. Yeah, I do have a lot of fish. I can't even keep track anymore. I have over 1,000 fish for sure with all the bristlenose plecos and stuff like that. I think Bug the Shark, you got in here a little late. Let me show you. There's on this wall right here alone, there's 18 tanks. So there's probably about 100 or 150 babies in here right now. Bug the Shark. They're all up there. It's hard to. There we go, guys. Look at that. I got you guys a really good view on it. But that's why I'm setting up these 20-gallon longs fast as I can, because I do not want to lose any of these if I can. If I can keep them all, it's either the chocolate female or the female right here that laid the eggs, which I don't think it was, or I just got these big super reds the other day. There's one here and there's one back there on the heater, but that's not 83 degrees, by the way. That's off by about 4 degrees up. But yeah, this is crazy. There's easily 150 babies in this, so I'm really excited about that. And I believe it's the super red that did that, because the chocolate had been in there or not the chocolate, but the generic had been in there with the blue-eyed lemon for quite a while, and nothing was popping off. And it's kind of a coincidence. I throw 2 female super reds in there, and boom, I got a whole bunch of babies, and they are pretty orange. So we'll see what we end up with out of there. In here, actually, look, guys, you might be able to see it. Look in the back left corner. It's a little hard to see, but yep, he just went and covered them up. But there's also probably about 50 plus of these are albinos. That's all that's in this tank is albinos. So there's one there, and 2 back there. There's 4 in here, and yeah. So I mean, I'm actually having a pretty high success rate with these guys. So I'm trying here, and I'd honestly like to get excuse me, baby gate. I'd like to get some of my money back for some of the supplies I bought. You know.
Good?
So yeah, I'm good. So I'm trying, and yeah, there's a lot of super reds in here. These are going to go in the 20-gallon. And so I can clean this out. This tank honestly was pretty messy. I had a fish in here that just tore this tank up. I don't even know what the heck he did. But these guys cleaned the bottom, and that's what it turned into. It almost looks like there's sand in the bottom. But I checked the nitrate levels in here, and they're perfectly fine. Hi, child. You went and got on my live too, huh? You're funny.
I'm totally not recording.
I know. But I take good care of my plecos and my fishies. Hey, you get out of there. What are you doing?
She loves the fish. That's her favorite
Fishies?
tank.
Fishies?
That's her favorite
She
tank.
loves the fishies, the angelfish.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm trying to do the whole breeding thing and have fun with it. Oh, almost busted my bum, guys. See, this is gonna take a while. I don't know if you guys want to sit here and watch water fill up, or if you guys want to watch me scrub a tank, but it's kind of where I'm at right now. These tanks are really cold right now. They're too cold to put any fish in, but I really need to get these angel fish out of that bucket. There's so many of them in here. Let me pull the bubbler out and turn the light on. You guys will be able to see them a little better. There you go. There's probably about easily 50, 60 angel fish in here I got upon trade. So I want to raise these guys up. I just fed them a little bit ago. They're good to go for a while. I'm going to put them in one of these tanks. I think the bottom 3 tanks are going to be for like fish that I have pop off. And then these 6 tanks right here are going to be for the the bristle noses. That's what I think I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna put all the bristlenose fry in here and use the 10 gallons for breeding. Do I have any goldfish? No, no goldfish. The closest thing I have that looks like a goldfish is that giant parrotfish that's out there. But I still got my water running in here. I think my water bill's gonna be through the freaking roof. No, my daughter shut it off, or I did. One or the other. She probably shut it off for me. But yeah, I got a little bit of a mess going on. I've been doing fish stuff. Got baby diapers on the floor. I had to go buy these today. But yeah, that's what's going on. I just kind of wanted to give a little bit of an update and vent out a little bit about the comments I was receiving. Man, that filter, when it kicks on, it kicks hard. I don't know if you guys heard that. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Let's see, what am I at battery-wise? 6%. Now 5%. But I'll be back on tomorrow. Oh, I do have a dead fish in here. It does happen sometimes. Not every fish is going to make it that you get. Especially when now I got 59 in here. But I wonder which one it was. That's what sucks is I don't know what it was. It looked like, oh, that was a mire fish, honestly. That was a I think of what that is. It was one of these. I got a bunch of those in here, and they were from Myers, so I don't expect them to make it that long. Yeah, but Diane, like literally, that person wrote paragraphs. Like I've never seen it to that level. Like to write paragraphs talking smack. Like it was mind-boggling. Like I don't know what video it was on. I didn't even like get a chance to look at that. I was just so baffled and like. Thank you, Kyle K. I appreciate it. Welcome to the channel. I need to find a charger to plug you guys in for a little bit. Yeah, I let that troll get to me a little bit. I did. But, and then, like, some things that bother me, like, you see a couple of these bellies are low in here. Like, that's a full belly fish right there. The belly's nice and full on that one. A couple of dipped bellies in here, so that could be a dietary thing, but most of these fish are nice and plump. Look how fat that guy's belly is. I don't neglect my fish. I take good care of them. There's food all over the place for these guys. I try to keep some food in every room there's fish. That way, you know, I can easily get to them and feed them. Yes, these are all different kinds of cichlids. Absolutely. I have probably like 12 different kinds of African cichlids in here. I love my African cichlids. Got like this style right here. Got these guys. Got rusties in here. Got these guys here. There's so many in here, I can't even name them anymore. I literally go to the fish store and I'm like, oh, look at this guy. I don't have one that one. There's an OB right there. Very pretty fish. I had him since he was very, very small. He's pushing 6-7 inches now. But I got more out in the living room as well. Alright. Somebody's stuck in there. Alright, Bug the Shark's gone. Thanks for all the thumbs up, guys. Got you guys on charge right now. I just wanted to come back and let you guys know my phone is charging, so I'm gonna get off of here for the night. It's early. Baby's still up. Gotta get the baby to bed. I appreciate you guys more than anything for the support, for the views, for the likes, for the shares, for just everything. Appreciate you guys. But I'm gonna finish cleaning some tanks, filling it up, and hopefully some of the water's a little warm in the morning in there, and I can put them angelfish in that one tank. That's what I'm working on. Get them tanks set up so I get the angelfish in there. What? It's getting there. We're getting there. We are getting there. We got, what, 2 tanks filled up. The third one's almost on its way. So, it's coming along. Slowly but surely. Can't wait to have this wall all cleaned up and filled up. I don't know if I'm going to run these sponge filters. I think I'm just going to buy some new ones. Them are ones I got from somebody, and I don't know, they just don't look the greatest. So, let's see here. All messages. I don't think I missed anything. All right. Ryan, what are you doing? You trying to sit in the tank wall? Did you get it? You're gonna sit down? No, you're gonna use it to climb. That's what you're doing. Are you gonna sit? You figured it out? You gonna sit? You gonna sit with the fishies? That's cute.
Oh, she got
Aww.
it. Good job.
Good job. Yay. Yay, Zaya. You sat there. That's cute. She's sitting with her fishy friends.
Oh, people
She
might
got
see
it. Yeah. You got it. She is cute. She loves her fishies.
So I started off as setting her on it so she knew it was there. And now she's trying to sit on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna build a seat there for her anyways, so it's good that she's starting to sit there already.
She bumped her head.
Yeah.
She'll be okay.
Should be alright. No.
She's a little fat.
Yep. Babies and fish, guys. Babies and
This is
fish.
the same one.
Yeah, it let me resume it. I hit the plus and it came back, so I was like, sweet. What are you doing over there? You're gonna bonk your little head. Yeah, be careful. It's good though, she needs to be climbing on stuff. Man, I gotta get them all them fry out of that cave, you guys. Those of you that haven't seen yet, look up in there. Oh my lord, so many. Oh, he backed out. Why did he back out? Oh man, there's a nice little cluster of at least 50 in there. Sweet. See it on there? I don't know why he backed out though. It might not be a good sign. I might have to put them in the tumbler if he's gonna do that. I gotta scoop all these guys out of there when I get them tanks set up in there. It's gonna be fun. Alright guys, I'm off of here for now. Anybody new in here, welcome to the channel. Subscribe, click the little dingy dinger bell, and I should be back on later today.
She's sitting.
Go to sleep for a little bit. I'll be back. Alright guys. I do gotta fill some of the tanks up though that are in here.
Hey, what are you doing?
That's what I'm working on. I think I'm gonna fill at least this bottom tank up the rest of the way and have 4 full tanks in here to try to get to room temperature.
Hey.
And I'm gonna have to find some heaters to throw in it. But like, subscribe, getting the fish stuff going pretty heavy, you guys. Until next time, king out, guys.